Alright, welcome back everyone. This is DinosGG. This is going to be part 5 of my tutorial on how to build the casino city. Where I last left off, I've got my two train stations going right here. These are bringing in a ton of passengers every single day. My casinos are not quite as full as I feel they should be, but they're full enough so that I'm making tons of profit. As soon as these buildings turn into hotels, I feel I'll be even better off. Right now, they're just kind of regular buildings. I just put down my casino headquarters. I've got a ferry terminal up and running. It's not going to be bringing in too many um, riders right now because I don't have anything over here yet. I'm saving up to build one of the bigger casinos. Let's go ahead and see what this quest here is. Alright, so they want me to do 75,000 more in daily profit. That's pretty much going to require one of these bigger casinos. These two little ones down here, while they're doing good, they're not maxed out. And actually, these ones are. So I might shift my balance around a little bit. As more and more shops here are starting to upgrade to medium wealth, and I can actually help speed that along. We'll build a nice little park right up here. And I'll show the reason for why I want to build this. I have a lot of unfilled medium wealth jobs right now, so shifting some of this housing over to medium wealth will help me get all that sold. It's also going to upgrade these buildings down here, hopefully. That should turn them into hotels, which is what I really want them to turn into. Then I could get rid of the cheap rooms here. That'll let me put more casinos down in total. And if I can bump my population up to the 15,000 mark, I can actually get another upgrade. So I'm going to go ahead and start working towards that now. I'm going to zone a nice square up here. See, I have a lot of unfilled jobs right now and unsold goods, so I can pretty much just bomb all of this with residential. I'll put the commercial in here so that they upgrade properly, but the rest of it all residential. This is going to be really good for my city. This is going to bump me up to that 15,000. I'll get the Department of Tourism here coming up in just a second. That'll let me put down some key buildings. That'll hopefully help get these casinos making the profit that they need to be making. If I could just keep this at 195 for the whole time, I would be really set to go. This one here is doing really good. It is right next to the train station. It's the first train station that comes into my town, so that might have something to do with it. I can probably stretch this rail maybe over a little bit over here and start working on some more casinos. Let's see, do I have any crime or anything up here? Somebody was trying to rob the ferry, it looked like. Okay, so my police are doing really good right now. They're getting everybody. My jail cells are nearly full, so I'm gonna need some more of those here soon. I might just opt for another police station instead. So let's go ahead and do an upgrade here. Yay, fireworks. So my next upgrade is at 30,000. Choice here is pretty obvious. I want to do the Department of Tourism. This is going to let me build those buildings that are going to really draw in the citizens come to my town. Starting with this one right here. The Edificio Copan. Hope I said that right. I probably butchered it. And let's see, where do I want to put these? Still have unfilled jobs. I think my best move. Okay, so this is a motel. That's what I really need. Bulldoze this because they have no shoppers here. Alright, and now, something I wanted to check on earlier. I'm gonna check my worker count to see what the Copan actually does to it. So I have roughly 2,500 workers right now and 1,250 shoppers. Give me 1 second. Let me jot that down here. And now let's see what happens after I put this building down, because I've had a lot of mixed testing with how this works. This is actually perfect. I jammed this right between my two casinos. It's actually so tall I can't see what's going on this other side. This is really good for my land value. Everybody's super happy over here. So my population, if you saw there, it just went from 17 all the way on up to 24,000. Doesn't even have power yet, though. What did that do to my workers and shoppers? So I got about, it's like 900 more workers and roughly 350 more shoppers. So that's actually a pretty good investment. You get a lot of extra workforce out of this building. Kind of surprised. I didn't think it would be that useful. And let's check what my power situation is now. The problem with that is because I just added those guys to the grid. Now I'm going to need some more power. I'm almost getting to the point where this poor little wind plant can't do it anymore. Still got a little bit of life in it, but eventually I am going to need to switch over. That one didn't even appear to do anything. Okay, it probably needs 1 or 2 more here. I'm probably not going to build any more of these wind plants from here. I'm probably just going to stick an oil plant down in the corner. These are starting to get really expensive for how much power they're giving me. Yep, and my train station closed down for the brief second there that I didn't have power. The casinos probably did the same thing. Oh, nope, they're still up and running. Oh, there we go. This guy needs power. It's interesting how the game decides to allocate power. It should have your key utilities and service build like trade buildings should be your #1 priority, but they never are. It's weird. I would think like your stores and stuff in real life, they always have power long after like residential homes lose power. This guy, he wants me to get my approval rating and my population up, which I can do that. I can get to 40,000 people, that's no problem. Now I did a small misplay here when I built this right here. I should have had the extra services in place to take care of it. I I didn't, so now I'm kind of playing a little bit of catch up right now. There we go. That'll get my sewage problem taken care of. So now everything's good again. We're back to normal. Garbage is starting to build up a little bit. So I can build one of these, the burners right here. This takes your garbage from your dump and burns it. My wind is blowing down this way. It's gonna blow right over this happy little factory right here. And so this guy actually, they want me to start upgrading my density. So I'm gonna do this area down here. See, these guys, they want, I have to increase my road density in order for it to upgrade. Let's go ahead and do that right now. There we go. What are these buildings down here? Is this just random debris? That's weird. Why doesn't he have enough room? There's a whole other side here. I don't know. If he's not gonna upgrade from there, that's his problem. The city's still looking really good. Still trying to save up to put a casino in right here. Not bringing in very many residents right now, just because there's not too much for them to come in to do. I have my upgrade again. That Department of Tourism is really good, a really good upgrade because your population boost that you get from that is so big. It's basically like a free upgrade. So let's see, what do I need here? I think utilities is what I need next. Really wish I could just keep stacking these up like forever. See what these buildings are. We're gonna go ahead and put it on this side. Don't like how they're complaining at me. That's one thing I do too to keep the approval rating up. If the people are complaining about something, you just build over the top of them, and that sends your approval rating back up. Kind of a neat little trick. Kind of lazy though too, but that's okay. These have been constructing for a long time. I hope they make something really nice here. My problem though is it's probably going to be high wealth because of this. And so it's just going to be something that my people can't even use. I don't have any high wealth shoppers yet. Hopefully not though. And here's our little motel. I really like the sign they do here. It's a good place for it too. My casino is going to bring in a lot of people that need somewhere to sleep at night. Okay, so it's 6 o'clock right now. This should be packed. Not sure. Okay, yeah, it is filling back up now. Probably this train probably just brought it a fresh supply. Okay, now my power is acting up again. What I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna stretch this down, and I'm gonna have to build probably a coal plant down here. What is going on with these roads today? They're the worst roads I've ever seen. There we go, that's much better. I would like to do this, but it's just so expensive. And it only does that during peak hours, so yeah, there's no way I can do that. So I'm gonna build an oil plant. Should be no pollution here because it's just sending it off to the road, sending it to the mountains, to the lakes. So it should be okay there. I'm gonna go ahead and resume the city. The only problem I'm gonna have is trying to get oil down here for when it starts getting low on oil. We'll see how much of a problem I run into with that. I have a lot of unsatisfied low wealth commercial buildings. So I can build these up here probably. That should help. Can probably do maybe a little more industry down here too. My layout down here is really bad. I'm gonna need to like go back over this. Once I get my utilities moved, I'm probably gonna move them down here, so that'll help out with that. Let's see if this will even fit down here. I might have to redo this road a little bit. My grid is a little off here for some reason. I don't have enough room for the full buildings down here. But I'll worry about that another time. What I can do now, this wind plant, because I've got the oil plant going now, this does nothing for me. Just go ahead and get rid of that. That'll free up some more space. Help get rid of this cloud of pollution here too. I'm gonna go into the nature tab for parks. Put down some parks here. Anytime you bulldoze a building, it kind of creates a little bit of ground pollution. The wind isn't going to be as bad as something like, say, garbage or like a power plant, but it still is a little bit. These trees will help to take care of that. I don't want any ground pollution really in my city. Right now I'm doing a pretty good job on that. I've got that guy over there. But my wind is just going down like that. I really have no air pollution right now. So I'm doing really good on that. Let's see what this is turning into. This is a really big building. These have been going forever too. I'm surprised these are taking so long to build. Let's see what my budget is. So I've got, I still have 2 of my loans out, so I won't want to take out another one. I'm right at that 162,000 mark. Ideally, to have a really good running city, you want to have at least 160,000 in the green down here. With certain cities that you do with like trading, your trade income isn't factored in here, but for gambling, it is. So my gambling is included in my hourly number. It's also included down here. I can probably pay one of these off right now. I'll go ahead and do that now. That'll raise my hourly up even higher. That's always fun to have happen. And I guess we can pay that off too. There we go. So I'm at almost 8,000 an hour. So I'm making really good money. This is one of the biggest buildings I've ever seen. I don't think anyone's going to be able to work or shop here because... Oh, wait, this is still medium wealth. Okay, perfect. That's exactly what I want. Good job, city. Alright, so this is going to be it for part 5 of my casino tutorial. Again, this was DinosGG over at youtube.com/DinosGG or my stream twitch.tv/DinosGG. I'll be right back bringing part 6 in just a few moments, so don't go away.